DJG shit underground with a blessed death. From the right to the left, like I got the patience. I been hungry for too long, all the food go tasteless. We gon' rock a wide of mind, pro 11 back sex. DJG shit underground with a blessed death. DJG shit underground with a blessed death. From the right to the left, like I got the patience. I been hungry for too long, all the food go tasteless. We gon' rock a wide of mind, pro 11 back.
The GoPro wants to act stupid like always. This is my interior. That's the only thing that's different for now. Other than that, as you can see, the back matches. It matches. This matches. It's all good. Everything's good. I just need to switch out the middle when I get a chance. This is like that because again, it's stitched right here, so it's pulling a little bit in this area because that's where it's stitched at. But it doesn't matter. Let me know what you guys think below. Out, it was a different panel. It's this. I could have swore I brought that thing though. I have to check again because it happened the day that something happened in the junkyard. I had to leave really quick. Anyways, this has all of this. That's fine. That's great. Boom, has that. Da 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 da. Okay, I don't really need to use that whole back part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit on it and make sure it's comfortable. And then this does everything. Scoots back, forward, up, blah blah blah. So that'll be a better looking panel. I'm gonna see if it works for it. But let me sit on the seat real quick. Make sure it's not in my back, because I do like my back arched like in the truck a little bit, because obviously I take long drives to go see my son and stuff like that. But should be good. And then if my wife drives it, I don't want her feeling like it's pushing on her back. That works out. There we go. That's like perfect. We'll do that. And then so now I can take this panel out and do this one. So yeah, this should technically work. So I'm gonna bolt it real quick and then put that one on. Turns out I can't do it. But one thing I do want to show you guys that I did learn is, okay, there's these panels, right? But look check it out. If you these are good, but you only need the panel. I don't know if you knew these are separate pieces. Look, you can unbolt them. Collect parts now. These I don't have any use for right now. If I ever have anything like this that can help you, let me know, man. Obviously I'm gonna start collecting parts now. Other stuff I usually throw away, but now that I have my YouTube, you know, that's like these. I got 2 different color leathers, this one and that one, and then this one right here. Trying to point, this one belongs to that right there, and then that I have another dark gray one, but I'm keeping those because those are my grandpa's headrests. That seems to be all I have left of my grandpa in this truck. Everything else was in the other truck, so sucks, but I let go of it, I guess, you know. This is the dash I'm putting together now. Everything's complete, at least works. That's what I at least want. And then other stuff, I'll start painting it, or like someone suggested, wrapping it. That's cool, you know. I got that part, so now I could charge stuff like that. That's at least functional right now. I know it's kind of shit, but I've had to put a lot in this truck, and there's a long way to go still. Like these right here are one thing I don't like. That's stupid. At that point, you might as well just get a whole door white. That's white. But then the cab's still fucking, God, it's like it had a proper paint job, and then somebody who wanted to paint it was like, oh, I'm gonna paint it, and then fucked it up. Everything's mismatched. Everything. But yeah, these are my seats. Boom, 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 boom. And now I just need to put a seatbelt on that. I gotta figure that out, how I'm gonna get in there without taking the whole thing off. I can promise you I'll figure out. I'm not taking that whole back off, I can promise you that. Now I just need the tie rods. Good, I still have to go put the tires on. I gotta wait till I get some more cash for that. I got 2 tires back there waiting. At least I got them for now. I took up on a good deal. So that way I can put my 22s back on in the back. And then, yeah, I mean, other than that, the truck runs great. It's running great right now, and I hope it stays that way. I'm not looking to be in more debt for this truck. Sorry for the mood change, just thinking about my grandpa. I think about that guy like he barely passed yesterday. He passed away the same week my son was born. So he got to see a picture of him, but never met him. My grandpa started going into stuff where he's in the hospital. And it was also during COVID. He didn't pass away from COVID, but I think his heart kind of just started failing him. He was older. He's like 90. He never got to meet any of my kids, but which sucks because even with one picture, it would have been so cool. You know, especially my first one. Even for him to meet one of my kids, because my grandpa's like a great honor to me, you know, so I miss him, man. And then I got his army chest. He was in 2 wars, stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And right before my grandpa, I lost 2 of my sons, but one was a stillborn, so he was fully ready to come out. And his name was Emilio. I have him tattooed on my head. I don't know if you guys can see my head tattoos, but I got Emilio. Isaiah was the first one that passed away. Right here in the back, Isaiah. And then I got Noah. And then I have, but Emilio passed away on my birthday morning. At 1:14 was his last kick in the morning. And he was already ready to, I think he was going to be born in like 4 days, like scheduled. He was already ready. And he passed away. So my grandpa would have met kids of mine, but it didn't happen. So yeah, it sucks. And then my son King, he was born literally the same week my grandpa passed away. So they were on Earth together, but they never got to meet each other. My son knows who my grandpa is as far as me keeping, my grandpa here. They're not here, but you know what I mean. Not letting people forget who he is. That's what my license plate is for too. That has his name on it, John. But yeah, I let my son know about his great grandpa, and I show him pictures and videos. I grew up with my grandpa. His truck. I wasn't really doing YouTube when I had his truck. When I took over his truck, it had got an accident. The frame was built, and then that's what led to the single cab. Everything in the single cab was my grandpa's, and then I ended up trading it because I needed to, because I'm on my 4th kid. So as you can imagine, 3 kids, my wife, going to be my newborn, or when that time comes in March, and then me, obviously, so all seats would be taken. So obviously I couldn't do that, and then my Challenger's only 5 seats. So, as of right now, it works. But yeah, I grew up with my grandpa. I got into basketball because of him. I've met Kobe Bryant. I don't know if I have the picture up on Facebook, but I've done things with basketball. That one I got to meet Kobe through a friend. That was someone I watched growing up. That was because of my grandpa. And then the Dodgers I was into, like Paul LaDuca, Sean Green. I have a Sean Green jersey, Eric Gagne, all of them. I was into them because my grandpa. And then trucks, of course, because my grandpa. This is a GMC, yes. My grandma had a GMC. My grandpa, I think, kind of only let my grandma do, good cars. But I kind of want to switch the front end to a Silverado front end for my grandpa. Most people might be like, that's dumb, that's stupid, why would you do? For my grandpa, bro, But yeah, I was really close to him. A lot of different things went on in my life. Trucks keep me away from everything. I went through really bad sections of my life, of course. In and out of jail. Believing in the wrong people that were actually out to, hurt me or give me, damage, set me up. A lot of stuff. I went through a lot of stuff, even with, you know, certain people trying to unalive me, certain people trying to set me up, certain people trying to do certain things. I kind of just kept gravitating more towards cars. And even though my cars were annoying to my parents, I think I stick with it so tough now because I realize how much they do for me. In real life, like in actual life, you know, maybe me back then, or maybe me not too long ago, it's just straight knucklehead. Did a lot of things where I, you know, could have got in trouble for, but that's all the past. Well, yeah, that's kind of just a little spread on why I gravitate towards working on cars so much, even if it's something so little. Because why lose my mind? I got things to be here for, you know. It's taken me up and down through a lot of different things. Whether I didn't want to be here anymore and did things, or was so careless to the point that I really didn't care. I was so up and down in my life. I was trying to find myself, but then hitting new lows, and then finding myself, and then hitting new lows, and I guess I just never really found myself. And the simplicity of me is I love trucks. I'm a goofball, super loving, hardworking, obviously. I've provided for people my whole life. Or not my whole life, but since I could work, including myself. I've really tried to put my best foot forward. I really understood as a kid that I wanted to learn, so I stopped taking handouts. You know, at a very young age, very young, I started working with my dad when I was like 9. I think my dad had me working on apartments with him. And then I got my first actual real job at 15, and then I never stopped working since. Yeah, I dedicated myself to sports, basketball. I'm actually on Hulu right now as we speak. From when I was younger, I was on a show called ER with John Samos, one of the guys from Robin Hood, Arnold from The Sports Announcer, Tina Turner, the girl who plays Tina Turner, another guy who's in a cop show, I forgot his name. I was acting with Gibby. I don't know if you guys know Gibby from like the Child's Network, whatever it is. I don't know if it's Disney or if it's, can't remember. I want to say it's Disney. I was with Gibby. Stuff like that. I got to do a lot of cool things. I'm on Hulu right now, literally. You could look me up. It's called I Feel Good. The show's called ER, and I'm the one playing basketball. Of course, I had no tattoos, and I had my shirt off with my scars and stuff like that. And you'll see me shoot, I think, like twice or something like that. Dribbling, stuff like that, playing with the guy from Robin Hood. But yeah, I'm on Hulu. I've done a lot of things. My life has always been up and down, and I could say that I feel like I lost a good amount of things because I was driven elsewhere, whether it's, you know, someone I believe to be in a real relationship with, or you know, stupid little stuff out on the streets or whatever. But I'm glad that it came down this way, because I wouldn't have met my wife. And everything happens for a reason. God knows where I belong, and I'm fine with simple. I just want to be somebody. I figured out what I'm going to do. So I have this whole thing. Cushions are good, except these, right? Like, these are ripped. Okay, so I was like, oh, I'm going to swap the seatbelt from this one to the other one in there. But I still need it to maneuver in the back of the truck. I still need to maneuver in the truck. So I'm going to take these covers off, put the other covers that are on the passenger on this one, so that way my wife will have a seatbelt, and it'll be electric, and we'll be straight after that. So I'm going to swap the skins when I get a chance, probably next video. I don't feel like doing it right now, maybe tomorrow in the morning. But yeah, I'm going to swap it. Like, part down. I need to let it dry out. It did get wet inside of this. It did get wet. So I'm going to have to, what the hell is this? So now I have to take off this part, actually, and then I'll take the other one out either today or tomorrow, maybe today, depending on what time it is. I'm ghetto to you, but this one's still stuck. This plastic, or this metal part's still stuck. I'm gonna zip tie the top of this to it so it stays straight. So I zip tied it really tight right here, so at least it stays connected to that. You have to be really careful with this because you can accidentally pull this part when you're doing the zip tie. So I held the top like this, and then just got my other hand at the same time and pushed like that on the thing. And then the ones I originally wanted, I suggest you guys get ones that can get close, because yeah, you don't want nothing poking you in the back. There we go. It's getting pretty bad quick, so we're gonna take the stuff in. I put the second seat inside already, but I didn't switch the cloths over yet. I got the other seat naked, so we're gonna do the cloths and stuff like that, and put it on the other one. Right now I'm gonna take in the seat to take the cloths off and get it ready to be put on. It's gonna start raining. The wind's gonna get like 10 times crazier, and then it's gonna start raining hard as shit out of nowhere. Like, got it off of this one. So this is back, this front, and the headrest under it. So now we gotta bring in the other seat and put the skins on the other seat. You can see it's going to rain. Clouds, the strip, literally the strip from my house. Solid. Got the top part on. Top part. Put the headrest in now. I got the seatbelt on. Blah blah blah. Right there. It's all on. Functions. Boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the bottom on. Laid it down so I can get better, and I hook it around all this and be good to go. It's time to put the panels on. I gotta flatten this some more. It'll get flattened with the heat and someone sitting on it. It's because it's a little loose material, because on this side I gotta modify it to cut it so that way the buttons could come out for the new side panel. This came off of a standard cloth, so I have to cut it and then open it up for the panel right there. Let's see if I can do it. Couldn't get this on. I was able to get it on after a while. I cut right here, so this should fit, but you need to raise this part up. So you have to get your power wire and your negative and connect it to something like that. Turn it on and raise this part up out of your way so you can get this part back on. I'm trying to fully assemble it before it goes back into the truck. So yeah, just connect this wire to that, which I'll show you. So see, turn this on, it's on, you'll hear it. These red to red, ground to black, and then you connect this. Let's see, I'll connect it right now to show you and move it. Now that I can show you, turn it on, you'll hear it, and then see that? So then too, I'm gonna lift it like I put mine lifted already. It's lowering. I don't want it lowered. I want it up. See it slowly moving up. There you go. And that'll allow this guy to come in. So I'm lifting up both sides. And then now I'm gonna bolt it in, see if my custom hole worked. Specifically, I don't know if they matter to everybody else, but they matter to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue these giveaways because you guys are cool as fuck. You guys are super chill people. You guys give me something forward to look to. Bad days are good when I see comments. You guys turn everything upside down in a good way for me when things are upside down. So yeah, man, let's continue to do this seat and give me at least a decent interior. Let's go. I don't know why this is bulging out right here. I truly don't. It's kind of irritating me. I don't know if maybe I put it too thick or maybe the seat cushion's in the way. I don't fucking know. I just don't want it snapping, which it shouldn't because I'm not fucking around, but alright. So as you can see, this is an ugly combination, this and this. Alright, I'm trying really hard not to miss a part for you guys, but it's really irritating when I'm trying to get something going and I gotta record. So all this is in there. Technically it's in there, that's fine. I should have took it out. The seat, you know, my suggestion for you guys is take it out. Obviously it's fine, but it's this part. So I need to connect this back. This actually, see, the shitty part is I should have took it out. And then two, it's stitched. So mine's a little different than your guys is gonna be. There's less, I don't know how to explain it. There's less material to stretch back there. See, that one is actually tucked in pretty well. So lets me know that I'm not getting something good. I really want to just put this back on for now. I need it to help me move. So yes, you can put them on without, you know, having to do the most. See, like that. Now that I'm moving it, I could probably reach these bad boys a little more. You know what I mean? See that part. So now I could probably reach this stupid thing more. In reality, it looks good for now, bro. It really does. Just making me mad that I can't reach shit. I literally can't feel those things. There we go. It seems to be off. So now, okay, then it wants to get back on, which is always cool. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let that live there, bro, because I shoved everything down as much as I could. I'm not gonna sit there and razzle dazzle with it. If it works, it works, bro. I mean, these parts are on, so now you gotta take this off and put that on. So now I gotta take, right, this is up here, this goes in here. Okay, a little razzle dazzle. All right, first thing I got to do is I got to take off this panel. I could have swore that I got what do you call it? What did I get? Oh, the side panel for that. And then the other thing, I'll probably put on the other side because it's a manual chair on the other side, which I like manual chairs better anyway. This one I don't mind the driver's seat being automatic, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this off. I think it only has one screw that someone put in, two, so it's just right here. Holds pretty well for 2 screws, but I gotta take this off. And then yeah, see, these just latch, these come off super easy, guys. This person didn't put it on all the way, which is fine. It's not a big deal to me, helps me out. So once I take this off, this should fly by. Yeah, I pulled it, there we go. All right, guys, this is stitched, so it's gonna be a little crumbled. This has Velcro in it, so gotta stick to it. Anyways, as you guys can see, the interior, it now matches. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody will be hot anymore in the summers. So what you gotta do is lift this bitch up like I did. See how it's lifting it up? Okay, so now put this stupid thing in. Gosh, man, I make everything so much harder on myself than it needs to be. See what I mean? And I put the seatbelt in there. Fucking guy. I get frustrated, bro. Okay, so there's that in there. Okay, that's up in there. How come it doesn't stay in there? Don't ask me. I don't know. Maybe, let me see. Where is the clip? There is clip for sure. I don't see, am I blind? Am I that blind, bro? There's a hole right here. Okay. Where's that? Where's another one? There has to be another one. Okay. So that's up in there now. Ta-da! Fucking jackass. Okay, so now this is broken. So now it'll lower it. Find out where that motherfucking hole is at, bro. There's no whatever, bro. What the fuck ever. You shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Motherfucker. Let's see if it works magically, because I didn't see anything it pokes into. Doesn't seem to work. Why that went like that, I don't know. Let's see this one now. I make everything harder on myself. I always have. Always will. Nope, missing the spot. Missing the spot. Ripping a whole new motherfucking thing, bro. Fuck yeah. Boom, bitch. I can guarantee that's not how it goes, but we're gonna figure it out. Should look stupid with Greg. What is in the way right here, though? What? Honestly, and did I flex it too much? Is that what it was? Probably. Okay, this is gonna be the tough part. This goes right here. We can see why they didn't put it in right here. I did figure out how it goes. I was tripping and it goes down here, but the thing is now I have to figure out a way to clip it inside. Do I really need to? As long as it's in the front and in the back, I should technically be fine. But the thing is, I can't feel anything enough to know if I'm right or wrong. So I'm gonna have to pull this back, strap it. That's all it needs. Seats all look good. I just need to pull that back part right, and then put that clip on. This is a seat. Got everything. The side panel right there looks beautiful as ever. Get this side panel in. The buttons in. Everything works. I was able to customize that hole right there, and then get this to fit in there. It's strapped, so now everything works. I need to put it in tomorrow, and that's it.